In this video, I introduced you to Archon, the command center for your AI coding tools. Today we want to take a quick look what changed within the last 2 months and what brings the future of Archon. Here's a quick overview of the stuff I want to show you. We will start with the UI stuff and I will show you directly in Archon. So let's do a quick overview. We got the rec settings here. We got the new UI and Styleguide. We got the new MCP status board, which is still in development, but there's a basic new UI already there. And we got new UI for the migration and version updates. After that, I show you the releases and I show you the changes in the Git development. So we have a main and a stable version. Then there's also an Autodiscovery now in place for your crawling. And then we got the agent work orders, which is a feature which is still in development. So it's alpha, but I give you a quick outlook how it looks like and what it is capable of. At the end, I referenced here the hands-on video from Cole, showing how you can use Archon yourself. I'm here in the main UI of Archon in the settings tab here on the left side. And what you can see here is now the new rec settings, which has now 2 tabs here for the chat and embeddings. Before it was just one for everything, so you couldn't use for chatting OpenAI and for embeddings Google or whatsoever. And you also have more possibilities now to choose from. So we got Ollama here with a lot of possibilities to configure. So you can add your instances here. Let's do that quickly at my local one. And we can see my Ollama is not running at the moment, so let's start it. Now it's running. Let's test again. And we can see we got 6 models here. They're online. And we can also edit the settings here, as well as selecting the models from this nice new model chooser. So as you can see, I've got these 6 models here. You can quickly select one here. You can search if you have a lot of models and just select it and it will be used then for embeddings in this case. And it was for chatting and we can set OpenAI, for example, for embeddings. The next thing I want to show you is the new UI and the style guide for development. So let's quickly go back here. And if we open the features here, you can toggle on the style guide. Here on the left side, now the style guide appears. So that's nothing you can use in your AI coding assistants right now. So it's just for developing Archon itself. But it could be the case we implement it in the future also to be available for your coding assistant. So you can provide style guides yourself, which then can be used from your coding assistant to develop your front-end applications. So it's a pretty cool feature, I think. Let's go to the knowledge base. As you can see, we have a different UI here now. So it's a complete overhaul of the UI in the code. So we use Redux UI now for all components and it looks a little bit different, but still very good in my view. What we got here is you can change the category here directly from technical to business. It has no effects it's just for organizing your knowledge base. You can add tags here directly, which are persisted. Then you can change the title if you like, and you can open the document browser or the code example browser now as well. In the previous version we didn't have the code examples. No, sorry, we had the code examples but not the document browser. This way it was. So now you can also take a look at the chunks indexed and see what exactly is in your database. Here on the 3 dots you are also able to recall. We had this before, so no new feature. And on the top right you can add your knowledge bases. That's also a bit of a new design, but it looks very clean and easy to use. The next thing I want to show you is the MCP status board. Let's go to Archon and here on the left side the MCP server. So we got a new design here as well. As already said, this one is not fully functional at the moment. The client detection is not working. Will be implemented in the future, but you still got the IDE configuration where you can directly copy your MCP settings for your AI coding assistant. So for Cloud Code, for example, this command, and for Windsurf, you can add this to your MCP server configuration. With the new design, we also got a little bit more room here for other AI coding assistants, so maybe we will add a few more in the future. But as we already said, Cole and me in our other videos, you can add Archon to every IDE you use, which support MCP servers. That's also now here stated in this note, because we had a lot of questions to this and we just wanted to make sure everyone knows that their IDE is supported as well. So we got the MCP, we got the new UI, we got the rec settings. What is left in the UI is the UI for DB migrations and version updates. If we go here to the settings, we got these two bullets here, which are new, where you can see your version information. So I'm on 0.1.0 at the moment. We are up to date, no newer release. And you can also see the database migrations here if some are needed. So you will get directly here a few then showing you which SQL statements you have to execute. I will add a screenshot here so you can see how it looks like. So this now makes sure you always have the latest state of Archon and you are sure your database schema is up to date. So what else do we got here on the right side? I have a screenshot of the Autodiscovery, which now detects LLMs, TXT and the sitemap automatically. So for example, if we take a look here, I crawled the Agentic.ai docs and I added just this URL and it detected the LLM's text automatically and used this for crawling instead of crawling each page with the normal crawler. So we can also see the reference here in the code. It follows this order. So it just checks first for the LLM's text, then the full, then the sitemaps, and then some other stuff. If it finds one, it uses that for crawling. This ensures we crawl much faster than it is possible if you crawl the normal way and just crawl through the whole HTML page if there is a LLM text available, which makes much more sense. Okay, with this, let's go to the releases now, to GitHub, and I show you the new structure. Let's go back here to Archon, and as you can see here, we got the main branch, which is the default one. We use it for development and beta features. So this is not the branch you should use if you want to use Archon in stable mode or for production. So for everyday work, you should use the stable branch now, which has the release you see here on the right side. So everything is tested and hopefully bug-free as much as it is possible. So this is also changed here in the README. So the git clone contains the b-stable, so which means you use the stable branch by default. Saying that, if you want to check out the latest features in the main branch, just switch to the main, use that, but be aware of some bugs or not fully tested features, so this can happen a bit more than in the stable branch. We also added this in the issue template. If you create a new issue bug report, you can now choose main or stable, so please use the correct one so we know it's in which branch you got the error. If you want to know what in detail is in the release 0.1, just click here on the right side on the release and you got a full overview over the release notes and can check it out. And with this we come to the last 2 points, which is the agent work orders and the hands-on, which is just a link to the video from Cole. But let's take a look on the work orders. As you may have seen, I'm on the main branch and I have the possibility here to enable the agent work orders. And if I enable it, we got a new bullet here, menu entry here on the left side. We go to agent work orders, which will enable you in the future to directly start your coding workflow here in Archon. So no need for an additional coding IDE, and you can start your development directly from here. So you can connect a repository here. Let me quickly do that and copy this URL. can select which default workflow steps you want to execute. That's just an example for now. You can create your own workflows in the future, but that's the idea. Edit. Okay, I have not running the agent service, but I just want to show you the UI and what it will look like in the future. So you got your project now here, a repository, and then you can create a new work order. Select the repository, select the steps again you want to do, create a new branch, do planning, execute. So you can do the full process until creating a PR for your project. You can describe your feature here, or you can optional also input a GitHub issue number, so it can grab information directly from that and fix an issue or a feature and provide a PR for it. You can choose here the sandbox type, GitHub work trees or branch, and then create the work order. This will not work as well because I didn't start the service, but that's how it will look like. So as said, that's pretty alpha and more a proof of concept at the moment and not fully functional, but I wanted to show you what we are working on and what features come to Archon in the future. Okay, the last thing I want to mention is that there's now a hands-on video from Cole, which is also referenced here in the code repository. Here you can go to the quick start and then there's a video. You can click the image here and will be redirected directly to Cole's video. And if you go to about 14 minutes, Cole explains how to use Archon with your coding IDE. So before it's just configuration, some stuff I already showed in this and the last video, but starting from 14 minutes, he shows how you can use Archon for your development. So make sure you watch that. If you want to learn even more about AI coding, you can also join the Dynamous community where I am at and I work for Code. And there's also a new Agentic Coding Course now. You can click here with a lot of stuff you can learn about agentic coding, how to do that, and how to use everything. It's step by step explained how to build systems, automation, integration, and context engineering. So the course is still in work in progress, and Cole is publishing new parts every week. If this sounds interesting for you, make sure to check out my link to get a 10% discount as well, and I hope to see you in the community. That's it for today's video. Let me know what you think about Archon and if you use it or not, or if you use alternative solutions, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!